Today is February 17th in history. The story of the Mad Trapper of Rat River. In the summer of 1931, a stranger arrived in Fort McPherson, Northwest Territories. He gave the name Albert Johnson, though no one knew where he came from. A muscular, silent man, he avoided socializing and built a small, sturdy cabin on the Rat River. He trapped animals for fur, but refused to interact with local Gwich'in trappers, or the RCMP. By December, complaints arose that Johnson was tampering with others' traps. On December 26th, two RCMP officers, Constable Alfred King and Special Constable Joe Bernard, visited his cabin. Johnson ignored them. Days later, when they returned with a search warrant, he opened fire through the door, wounding Constable King. The Mounties withdrew, and Johnson became an outlaw. On January 9, 1932, the RCMP returned with reinforcements. They fired over 1,000 rounds into Johnson's cabin, then used dynamite to blow it up. Miraculously, Johnson wasn't inside. He had slipped away into the Arctic wilderness. The greatest manhunt in Canadian history. What followed was an incredible 37-day manhunt across some of the harshest terrain on Earth. Johnson, traveling alone in -40 degrees Fahrenheit weather, evaded capture, covering vast distances. He seemed to move at impossible speeds, sometimes doubling back on his own tracks to confuse pursuers. Indigenous guides assisting the RCMP were astonished. No ordinary man should have survived. With no sign of Johnson slowing, the Mounties took unprecedented action. They called in an airplane. Pilot Wap May, one of Canada's aviation pioneers, tracked Johnson from the air. On February 17, 1932, near the Eagle River in the Yukon, Johnson was finally cornered. He fought back, wounding an officer before being fatally shot. A man without a past. When the Mounties examined Johnson's body, they found $2,400 in cash, a rifle, and supplies, but no identification. His fingerprints matched no known records. Who was he? Theories ranged from a fugitive to an ex-soldier, even a prospector with a dark past. The Mad Trapper of Rat River remains one of Canada's greatest mysteries. His defiance, endurance, and almost superhuman survival skills have turned him into a legend, an enigma that endures to this day. Follow for more today in History Fact.